of course, Iman is global chic. Of course, she doesn't want to just give you a piece in here and there like a great top, because then you wonder, well, what am I going to wear with it? So of course she brought along the pants that are super comfy with everything that you love about the ease of this season, and she did it in all the same colors that you saw in the top. So if you got the top, get the pants. Here are the pants in that beautiful copper rose color. Really nice and very soft and pretty there. Here is the ruby red, and like I told you, it's more of like the color of, you know, bronzy copper kind of look. That's ruby red. Here is the silver gray. We've got that amethyst purple. Look at the emerald green. How great is that? And then of course the sapphire blue, these are the ones that I'm wearing. I also like these in the champagne, so if you wanted the lightest color, you could get that. And I'm gonna put the champagne and that copper rose right next to each other so that you can see the difference there. There truly is, the copper rose truly is a pink, and the amethyst, and the champagne truly is gonna be your very soft nude color of sand. Think about that. And then of course we have them for you in black as well. So we still have all of the same colors of pants as we do of the tops. And like you're seeing there, you can mix and match like Colette is doing, which is really nice if you want to do that. Or you could do kind of almost like a tonal look and wear the same color on top as you do on bottom. And then you can, again, these pants are this is the style pant for the season. And I know that you may have been seeing them in a lot of different iterations. What's really great about the way that Iman has done it is that it really is a luxe kind of feel. Because sometimes this style, when you have the gathering down there at the bottom, they can feel a little and look a little athletic, you know what I mean? But if you wanted to have something that had a really nice drape, and it would look just as great with a great pair of sandals as it does with high heels, then this is gonna be the kind of fabrication that you want, because it is a rayon poly blend. So you've got just a beautiful drape to it, almost like a really nicely draped dress, the way that these are gonna feel on you. You do have pockets, of course, in front, because it's, you know, there's nothing more luxe than comfort and ease. And when Iman calls these the Simply Glamorous Luxe Pant, that's exactly what they are. So think about what you're gonna be doing this spring and summer, whether it's traveling via airplane or on, you know, in a car for long periods of time. These are gonna be super comfortable to sit for long periods of time in. But when you get to where you're going, you just look casual and chic and amazing. And that was the entire idea behind these pants. And again, if you want the entire matching outfit, top and bottom, you can do that because Iman has put those together. So if maybe you were going for the rose color, you can see how great that's gonna be, the matching top and bottom. And it's gonna be just a slightly different in coloration just because the fabrics are different. But again, that sort of, you know, lends to that chic appeal to them as well. Oops, I confused them, I got them mixed up. And even the way that I did it in the blues, I did the blue on top and bottom. I did just a different, you know, a light color shoe. My shoes are Vince Camuto, in case you were wanting them or wondering. We've got them on hsn.com, and it's just easy, you know? I could go sit in a car and drive, you know, drive upstate if I wanted to. I could go sit on an airplane for, you know, and fly from coast to coast if I want to. And then when I get to my destination, this is what I'm wearing when I'm sightseeing. This is what I'm wearing when I'm going out to dinner. This is what I'm wearing when I don't know what the day brings. You know, there's always those times we don't really know what you're gonna be doing that day or how long you're gonna be out, where you're going, how dressy it's gonna be, and you just want to be appropriate, but you don't wanna be uncomfortable. And so that's what these can really be. They can be appropriate, they can be comfortable, you know you're gonna look good. If you are packing them, they weigh nothing because these are rayon and nylon. I'm sorry, rayon and poly. So they weigh nothing. They do not feel heavy on you. And when you're wearing them, you know, it's not like, as much as we love our jeans, they're not tight and fitted like jeans. These are just a pull on and go. I like that there's a little bit of a zipper detail down around the ankle right there along the bottom that you can, you know, unzip if you want to. You probably won't, but it's nice that it does have that finished detailing and edge. And you're gonna order these in extra small to 3X, and please use express ordering if you can, because there are a lot of you calling in to go ahead and finish off the look. So you already called in and got the top, and now you're getting the pants. And I'm glad that you're getting them together, because did you notice you're saving $100 if you're getting both the top and the pants? Think about that, because both the top was $50 more and the pants were $50 more. If you're getting them both, you're saving $100 on that. And you've got flex pay. And if you have an HSN card, use it, because you get an extra flex. It takes that down to $9.98 on your HSN card. You know what, even if you don't have an HSN card, you still use flex pay, because you still get to split that payment up. And it's gonna, you know, you order it today, as I always say this, you order it today, you'll have it in about a week or so. We say a week to 10 days. Sometimes it comes sooner, sometimes it's, you know, right on the money right there. But now you've got something to wear to all of those graduations that you have to go to, and think about that. You're gonna be walking up bleachers, possibly, sitting down for hours, because everybody has to speak, and then everybody has to walk across the stage, and you're, you know, the person you're going to see graduate, you know, who knows if their last name ends in W, X, Y, or Z, you're gonna be there all day. And you wanna have something that's comfortable, that you feel good in, that even if it's a little hot outside, you know, you've got a nice little kind of breeze that you've got going on there with both the top as well as the pants, that are, you know, not gonna be a wrinkled mess when you're done by the end of the day, that give you the comfort of having pockets on both sides. You do have the look of pockets in the back, but you don't have a full-on pocket. This is just the look of pockets. And you'll notice that it's just nice, and there's not a whole lot of bells and whistles. You just have that easy, very chic nameplate right along the back that says Iman. So you don't have a whole lot of bells and whistles on these. The bells and whistles with this look is whatever you decide to add to it. So if you want to, you know, kind of really dress it up and go all out, you can do that. If you don't, if you just want to